Hello everyone, hope so you all are doing well. Today I am going to discuss one of the important topic for all civil services exams like UPSC, BPSC, UPPCS, JPSC and HCS also. From Parliament topic 4 to 5 question generally comes in prelim exam and even in mains exam for all state or UPSC 1 to 2 question generally comes from this topic. And this is one of the lengthiest topic of polity and I will cover it in just 20 minutes. Let's start. Parliament in Hindi is known as Sansad and it is the central legislative democratic political system of India. And this parliamentary form of government India adopted from Westminster model of government, that is from England. Under Constitution, it is defined under Part 5 and article for Parliament are Article 79 to 122. संसद जो है इंडिया का सबसे बड़ा डेमोक्रेटिक पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम है और इसे हमने वेस्टमिनिस्टर इंग्लैंड मॉडल से अडॉप्ट किया है. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में संविधान के अंदर इसको पार्ट 5 से लिया गया है. नाउ कम टू कंपोजिशन ऑफ पार्लियामेंट. पार्लियामेंट कंसिस्ट ऑफ लोकसभा, राज्यसभा and president. President is not the member of parliament but he is the integral part of the parliament. इसका ये मतलब है कि जो प्रेसिडेंट है वो पार्लियामेंट का सदस्य नहीं है पर इंटीग्रल पार्ट है. In 1954 राज्यसभा that and Lok Sabha are the Hindi names was adopted. Earlier it was called as Rajya Sabha was called as Council of States and Lok Sabha is called as House of People. And there are different names of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha is called as Council of States as I said and also called as Upper House and House of Elders and Second Chamber. And for Lok Sabha names are House of People, Lower House, Popular House and First Chamber. All about Rajya Sabha is in Rajya Sabha representatives of different states are elected. These are elected by the elected member of state legislative assembly, that is MLA. And the system of election is indirect election, that is election held according to system of proportional representation, that is by means of single transferable vote. This is the constitutional language. हिंदी राज्यसभा के जो इलेक्शन हैं वो इनडायरेक्ट इलेक्शन कहा जाता है क्योंकि राज्यसभा के जो मेंबर हैं वो अदर स्टेट्स के या सेवरल स्टेट्स के जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स होते हैं उनको चुनने के लिए इलेक्टेड मेंबर होते हैं. जो स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली होती है स्टेट लेवल की वो इलेक्ट करते हैं, दैट इज MLA उनको इलेक्ट करते हैं. एंड सीट्स ऑफ राज्यसभा आर अलॉटेड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ पॉपुलेशन. मैक्सिमम नंबर जो है राज्यसभा में दैट इज 250, out of which 238 members are elected indirectly, which are representatives of states and union territory, and 12 members are nominated member, which are nominated by the president. And present members in Rajya Sabha are 245, out of which 229 are from the states and 4 are from the union territory, and 12 are nominated by the president. As I said, recently state union territory 4 seats of Jammu and Kashmir are added to this seats. प्रेजेंट जो राज्यसभा है उसमें 245 मेंबर होते हैं जिसमें से 229 मेंबर जो होते हैं वो स्टेट से इलेक्ट होके आते हैं और 4 मेंबर जो है वो यूनियन टेरिटरी से आते हैं. और आफ्टर फॉर्मेशन ऑफ जम्मू एंड कश्मीर एज अ यूनियन टेरिटरी देर आर 4 सीट्स इन राज्यसभा फ्रॉम यूनियन टेरिटरी एडेड टू दिस. अंडर 4th शेड्यूल ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन there is allocation of seats in the Rajya Sabha to states and the union territory. जो यूनियन टेरिटरी और स्टेट्स को जो सीट्स एलोकेट की जाती है राज्यसभा में वो 4th शेड्यूल में कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में दी गई हैं अंडर आर्टिकल 4 एंड आर्टिकल 80. जनरली वन क्वेश्चन केम्स फ्रॉम शेड्यूल एंड आर्टिकल. So please I will provide some video and some tricks how to learn articles and schedule in coming lectures. 12 nominated members are member from social service and art, literature and science. These are nominated by the president. These are not elected member. In Rajya Sabha, Union Territory of Delhi has 7 seats, Puducherry has 1 and Jammu and Kashmir has 4 seats. Now come to duration of Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is considered or is a continuing chamber. Continuing chamber is it can't be dissolved. 1/3 of its member retire every second year and new member added every second year. And as per the Representation of People Act 1951, term of Rajya Sabha is fixed 6 year, but it can be curtailed by President. President जो है टर्म राज्य सभा के 6 years को कम भी कर सकता है और ज़्यादा भी कर सकता है. सभा are subject to disqualification and can be disqualified in 2 ways. One is by Representation of People Act 1951 and second is anti-defection law, which is mentioned under Schedule 10 of the Constitution. And grounds of disqualification are very important, generally asked in the questions of PT exams and as well as mains. Come to grounds. Disqualification is done if there is double membership of any house. If a person is elected to both House of Parliament, he must intimate that within 10 days in which house he desired to serve. अगर कोई पर्सन जो है उसको इलेक्ट किया जाता है बोथ राज्यसभा या लोकसभा में, तो उसको इंटीमेट करना पड़ता है, बताना पड़ता है 10 दिन के अंदर कि उससे कौन हाउस में मेंबर बनना है. इफ़ ही डिडंट इंटीमेट और इफ़ ही डिडंट टेल कि उसे कौन से हाउस में मेंबर रहना है, तो ऑटोमेटिकली बाय डिफ़ॉल्ट जो राज्यसभा की सीट है वो वेकेंट मानी जाती है. सेकेंड केस ये है, इफ़ देर इज़ अ सीटिंग मेंबर ऑफ वन हाउस, इट ही आल्सो इलेक्टेड टू द अदर हाउस बट हिज सीट इन द फर्स्ट हाउस बिकम वेकेंट. मीन्स अगर कोई सिटिंग मेंबर है, मीन्स हाउस में बैठता है और वो दोनों हाउस में इलेक्ट हो गया है, तो उसकी सीट जो है वो फर्स्ट हाउस में जिसमें इलेक्ट हुआ है उसको खाली माना जाता है. एंड थर्ड केस इज इफ अ पर्सन इज इलेक्टेड टू 2 seats in the house, he should exercise or he should tell his option for the 1 seat, otherwise both seats become vacant. अगर कोई पर्सन इलेक्ट हो जाता है 2 seats पे एक ही हाउस के अंदर, तो उसको अपना ऑप्शन चूज करना पड़ता है कि उसको कौन से हाउस की सीट्स लेनी है, अदरवाइज उसकी दोनों सीट्स को वेकेंट माना जाता है और यही कंसिडर्ड एज डिसक्वालीफाइड. और अगर पार्लियामेंट में कोई पर्सन को इलेक्ट किया जाता है और वो स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली का भी मेंबर है स्टेट लेवल पे, तो ही शुड रिजाइन फ्रॉम द स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली विद इन 14 days, otherwise he will be disqualified. And in case of absence, if in a house a member is absent from a period of 60 days, that is 2 months, then he will be taken as a disqualified. Come to chairman of Rajya Sabha. Vice President is considered as ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha, and he can be removed his office only if he removed from the office of Vice President. इसका ये मतलब है कि अगर वाइस प्रेसिडेंट की पोस्ट से हटा दिया जाता है वाइस प्रेसिडेंट को, तभी उनको एज अ चेयरमैन ऑफ राज्यसभा हटा सकते हैं, अदरवाइज नहीं. चेयरमैन इज नॉट अ मेंबर ऑफ हाउस ऑफ राज्यसभा. इफ देयर इज रेजोल्यूशन पास्ड फॉर हिज रिमूवल, ही कैन नॉट vote in the house. And whenever vice president act as a president or discharges his function, he does not perform any duty of the office of chairman of Rajya Sabha, or even he is not entitled to any salary or allowances payable to chairman of Rajya Sabha. It means कि अगर वाइस प्रेसिडेंट एक्ट करता है प्रेसिडेंट की तरह, तो उनको सैलरी नहीं मिलती है राज्यसभा के चेयरमैन की. Along with chairman, there is deputy chairman of Rajya Sabha. He is elected among the member of Rajya Sabha itself. डिप्टी चेयरमैन को जो राज्यसभा के मेंबर होते हैं वही चुनते हैं मेंबर्स में से ही. And he can give resign by writing to chairman, and even he can be removed by passing a resolution by majority of all the members of the Rajya Sabha by giving him notice of 14 days. दैट इज डिप्टी चेयरमैन को हटाने के लिए रेजोल्यूशन पास किया जाता है राज्यसभा के मेंबर्स के द्वारा, और उनको नोटिस देना पड़ता है 14 डेज पहले रेजोल्यूशन पास करने के. वन थिंग इज इम्पोर्टेंट, ही इज डायरेक्टली रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू राज्यसभा. इसका ये मतलब कि डिप्टी चेयरमैन इज नॉट सबॉर्डिनेट टू चेयरमैन, ही इज डायरेक्टली रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू राज्यसभा. एंड देयर इज पैनल ऑफ वाइस चेयरपर्सन ऑफ राज्यसभा आल्सो. अंडर द रूल्स ऑफ राज्यसभा, चेयरमैन नॉमिनेट among from members of Rajya Sabha. Come to Lok Sabha, that is lower house of parliament. There is direct election of Lok Sabha, as we all know. Election are on the basis of adult franchise, that is by voting system above the age of 18 years. can vote in this election, and each state is divided into territorial constituency. That is, हर एक स्टेट को सीट्स अलॉट की जाती हैं लोकसभा में एज पर कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी के अकॉर्डिंगली. ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट सीट्स इलेक्शन इज conducted in India for Lok Sabha. Through these election, our Prime Minister is elected. And maximum number in Lok Sabha is 552, out of which 530 are representatives of the states and 20 is representatives of Union Territory. And two are nominated by the President from Anglo-Indian. But this nominated member is now removed. By which act? That is 104th Constitutional Amendment Act. And for that 126th Constitutional Amendment Bill was passed. There is no two nominated member by the President in Lok Sabha. So present member is only 542. Earlier it was 545. To become member of Lok Sabha, age should be 25 years and he must be citizen of India, and he must prescribe or subscribe oath in affirmation by the Election Commission. It comes under Schedule 3 of the Constitution. That is, लोकसभा का मेंबर होने के लिए सिटीज़न होना चाहिए इंडिया का. एज जो है वो 25 साल से कम नहीं होनी चाहिए. और ओथ जो है लोकसभा के मेंबर को वो इलेक्शन कमीशन दिलाता है, जो कि ओथ जो है वो मेंशन की गई है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में 3rd शेड्यूल के अंडर. मेंबर्स ऑफ द हाउस. ही इज़ द हेड ऑफ द लोकसभा. And if there is joint sitting of both the houses, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, he preside that sitting. And also he is preside adjournment and decide the adjournment of the house and adjournment of the sine die. That is, when will the house will adjourn, that decision is on Speaker of Lok Sabha. Adjournment means कि sitting of parliament can be terminated due to adjournment, and that decision is taken by Speaker of the House. तो adjournment का मतलब होता है कि अगर पार्लियामेंट की सिटिंग को टर्मिनेट किया जाता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड adjournment फॉर सम स्पेसिफिक टाइम पीरियड. बट इफ इट इज टर्मिनेटेड फॉर indefinite टाइम पीरियड, देन इट इज कॉल्ड adjournment sine die. Some powers are of president for Lok Sabha. That is, if there is summoning of the house, अगर हाउस को बुलाना होता है फॉर मीटिंग और फॉर एनी सिटिंग, देन दैट पावर इज गिवन टू प्रेसिडेंट. And to prorogue any house. And for joint sitting summoning, joint sitting भी president ही बुलाता है. और if there is dissolution of house, अगर house को dissolve करना होता है, ख़त्म करना होता है, that power is also given to president only. तो there is a major difference between adjournment and prorogation. adjournment में जो है एक sitting को terminate किया जाता है for definite और indefinite period. but prorogation में क्या होता है, sitting के साथ साथ पूरे session को, house के session को ही terminate किया जाता है. that is called prorogation, which is done by the president only. एंड adjournment में क्या होता है, कोई भी बिजनेस से रिलेटेड जो बिल्स होते हैं, पेंडिंग होते हैं, वो लैप्स नहीं होते हैं, उन पर कोई इफेक्ट नहीं होता है. बट इन केस ऑफ प्रोरोगेशन, इफ देर इज ऑल नोटिस दैट इज पेंडिंग इन द हाउस लैप्सेस. अगर कोई नोटिस जो है हाउस में पेंडिंग है और प्रोरोगेशन हो गया तो वो नोटिस खत्म हो जाता है, बट नॉट बिल. नाउ कम टू डिसोल्यूशन. डिसोल्यूशन का क्या मतलब होता है? First thing is, only Lok Sabha is subject to dissolution, not Rajya Sabha. As I said, Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. And dissolution is done by president, or automatic dissolution is also there. When term for the member of parliament, that is Lok Sabha, is over, that is 5-year term is over, then there is automatic dissolution of the Lok Sabha. Or it is done by the president. So there are some phenomena या position of the bill lapsing after dissolution of house, which is very important as per exam point of view. First of all हम बात करेंगे कौन से बिल जो है डिसोल्यूशन में लैप्स नहीं होते हैं. फर्स्ट केस में वो बिल लैप्स नहीं होते हैं अगर प्रेसिडेंट जॉइंट सिटिंग होल्ड कर ले. प्रेसिडेंट होल्डिंग द जॉइंट सिटिंग और वो बिल जो है दोनों हाउस ने पास ना किया हो, दैट इज लोकसभा एंड राज्यसभा, ड्यू टू एनी डिसएग्रीमेंट, that bill does not lapse. Second case है, if the bill is pending in Rajya Sabha but not passed by the Lok Sabha. कोई बिल जो है राज्यसभा में पेंडिंग है और लोकसभा ने उसको पास नहीं किया है और डिसोल्यूशन हो गया, तो वो बिल भी लैप्स नहीं होगा. और इफ अ बिल इज पास बाय बोथ द हाउसेज बट पेंडिंग द एसेंट ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट, that bill does not lapse. And also the bill is passed by both the houses but returned by the president for reconsideration, that does not lapse. So learn two cases when bill lapses. वन केस इज अगर कोई बिल जो है वो पेंडिंग है लोकसभा में और डिसोल्यूशन हो गया तो वो लैप्स कर जाएगा, और अगर कोई बिल जो है वो पास कर दिया लोकसभा में पर राज्यसभा में पेंडिंग है तो वो लैप्स हो जाएगा। इफ़ देर इज़ नीड टू ट्रांजैक्ट एनी बिजनेस, जब हाउस में कोई बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्ट करना होता है, देर इज़ सम मिनिमम मेंबर रिक्वायर्ड टू पास दैट बिजनेस, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज क्योरम। तो दैट क्योरम इज 1/10 ऑफ द टोटल नंबर ऑफ द मेंबर्स रिक्वायर्ड टू पास द। Now there are some devices of the parliament. First is question hour. Question hour is the first hour of every house in which members ask question and ministers generally give answers. And zero hour is the hour between question hour and agenda of the day, and it is an informal device to ask question in the house. Now come to motions. Motion का मतलब होता है कि if there is any discussion in the house or that is related to general public importance, that discussion can be occur only by passing the motion in the house, and that is only with the consent of presiding officer. That is in Lok Sabha it is related with speaker. Like if there is impeachment of the president or removal of the chief election commissioner, then this act substantive motion is passed. There are different type of motion like substantive, substitute, privilege, calling action, adjournment and subsidiary. Important is censure motion, no confidence motion and adjournment motion. Important one in adjournment motion. For to pass any adjournment motion, there is a minimum support of the member is 50 members should be present in the house, and this device is not permitted in the Rajya Sabha. It is adjournment motion can happen only in Lok Sabha. Censure motion is it should to pass a censure motion in the house there should be any some reason for its adoption in the Lok Sabha. If there is no reason, then it can't be passed. In no confidence motion, to pass in the house there is not necessary that there is some reason for its adoption. It can be moved against entire council of minister. Even censure motion moved against only individual ministers. Censure motion can be moved for censuring the council of minister for some specific policies, but no confidence motion can be passed in the Lok Sabha, and for that motion even Lok Sabha council minister have to resign also. But in case of censure motion there is no need to resign by council of ministers. There is one motion, that is motion of thanks. In every first session of after each general election of Lok Sabha, this motion of thanks is addressed by the president, and in this session president outlined what are the policies and programs of the government elected in the coming years. And resolutions are different from motion. All resolution come under the category of substantive motion, that is the important motion, and every resolution जो है it is a part of type of motion, and there is voting on resolution, but there is not necessary there is voting on the motion. This is the main difference between motion and resolution. रेजोल्यूशन में वोटिंग की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, बट मोशन के केस में मोशन को पास करने के लिए ज़रूरी नहीं है वोटिंग की जाए. Position of Rajya Sabha is one of the important topic. Even in UPSC civil service exam previous year question came from this topic. So let's discuss. In some cases Rajya Sabha share equal status with the Lok Sabha, and these cases are when there is any introduction and passage of the ordinary bill. Even for constitutional amendment bill there is equal status of Rajya Sabha along with Lok Sabha. So 3 केस हैं जिसमें लोकसभा और राज्यसभा का इक्वल स्टेटस है. इंट्रोड्यूस करने के लिए या पास करने के लिए कोई भी ऑर्डिनरी बिल, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट बिल और इवन फाइनेंशियल बिल्स विच कम अंडर कैटेगरी ऑफ फाइनेंशियल बिल 1. In next lecture I will discuss budget along with all bills and committees. And third case is equal status with Lok Sabha, that is election and impeachment of president. अगर impeachment करना हो president का, इस केस में भी राज्यसभा और लोकसभा का equal status है. And in case of election and removal of vice president, and for approval of the ordinances issued by the president, and for proclamation of 3 type of emergency, that is state, national and financial emergency, and for selection of ministers including PM and other ministers. In case of unequal status of Lok Sabha has more power than Rajya Sabha, that is money bill case में if there is introduction of the money bill, then Lok Sabha has more power than, and there is no power for introduction of money bill to Rajya Sabha, and even Rajya Sabha cannot amend or reject any money bill. And Speaker of Lok Sabha preside over the joint sitting of both the houses, and even Rajya Sabha can only discuss the budget but cannot vote over the budget on demand for grant. And to discontinue national emergency, resolution passed by Lok Sabha only but not by Rajya Sabha. And Rajya Sabha cannot remove the Council of Ministers, that is, no confidence motion is passed by Lok Sabha only. There are two special power given to Rajya Sabha, that is under Article 249. Rajya Sabha can authorize Parliament to make any law related to subject in the state. And second is under Article 312, Rajya Sabha can authorize the Parliament to create new All India services common to both center and states. So these both are special power of Rajya Sabha. सो इन ब्रीफ सिर्फ फाइनेंशियल मैटर को छोड़ के और जो कंट्रोल है काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर को, इन अदर वर्क पावर एंड स्टेटस ऑफ राज्यसभा इज सेम. दैट्स ऑल अबाउट पार्लियामेंट. In next coming lectures, I will discuss committees of parliament and budget, which is also very important topic. To get more update, please subscribe and like Dream Civil Services. Jai